Serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
It's time for Jefferson City Renegades Baseball on the Show Me Sports Network. This is the Jefferson City Renegades pregame show on the exclusive home for Renegades Baseball, the Show Me Sports Network. We'll recap last game's highlights, set the stage for first pitch, and even get the thoughts of the head coach during the pregame show. All while we get set to bring you the exciting play-by-play action of your Jefferson City Renegades. The best pregame coverage in the Mink League is on the air as Blake Gazaway and Grayson Smith are ready in the broadcast booth. Exclusive pregame coverage of Jefferson City Renegades Baseball is brought to you by Centurion Communications, Batteries Plus Bulbs, Avon with Michelle Carty, Storm Pro Contractors, Mossy Oak Properties, Law Office of Russ Swanigan, River Oak Christian Academy, Kathy Rush Remax Realty, Eddie Gaydell Society, Joe Mockins Ford, Riley Automotive, Southwest Dental, Canterbury Hill Winery, The Dugout Sports Cards, Edward Jones, Central Bank, Farmers Insurance, Animal Medical Center, Downtown Chiropractic Clinic, Jefferson Bank, BE Renewed LLC, Poncheros, State Tech College of Missouri, MFA, and Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Jefferson City Renegades Baseball on the Renegades Radio Network. Now, here's the voice of the Show Me Sports Network and the Jefferson City Renegades Radio Network, Blake Gazaway.
And a very pleasant good evening, everyone. Blake Gazaway here with you as we are coming to you from Sedalia, Missouri and Liberty Park Stadium as your Renegades are on the road again playing the hosting Sedalia Bombers here at Liberty Park Stadium as it is a hot one here. The sun is bearing down and it is very hot here at the ballpark, but we are ready for some baseball. As coming in for the Renegades, they are riding a two-game win streak, looking for win number 3 if they can find a way to get a win here in Sedalia, which is obviously what they're trying to do, as they've looked very good the last couple of games they've had. Got the road win at Nevada a couple nights ago, got the road win in Joplin as well. Joined, as always, by Grayson Smith. And, Grayson, it's been a while since you've been on air, but you've missed some good games, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've definitely missed being here. I'm so glad to be back. I've been pretty busy with work and pretty bad with the weather lately, and I'm just very happy to be back, and I'm ready to watch some Renegades baseball. I mean, it's been a while.
So they are ready to go as they're starting just a hair early. The Renegades coming in at 11-12. For the Bombers, they come in at 10-2. For the Renegades, they will lead off with designated hitter Caden Deal, as Deal comes in by way of O'Fallon, Missouri, 5'10", 170-pounder, left-handed batter, right-handed thrower, freshman at Northwest Missouri State. Pitcher on the mound. I'll get that in just a minute for you. First pitch misses, ball 1. Deal getting the night off, at least from fielding activities, as he will be the DH. He's going to foul that one off, so that'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Got a battle of the 13s right now. Pitcher wearing number 13 and Deal wearing number 13.
Deal digs back in. He's going to hit a chopper. That'll go foul down the first base line. So that'll take 1 ball and 2 strikes now. So that'll be a 1-2 count. As next offering on the way. That one upstairs. That takes it to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Ben Haig on the mound for the Bombers. So 2-2 pitch on its way. That one upstairs. That takes it to full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Haig doesn't have a hometown, doesn't have height, a weight, a college, nothing. But I can tell you he's 1 of 3. He's pitched in 4 games, has a 5.90 ERA. That one fouled off, so we'll stay at full. He's had 1 start before tonight, pitched in 4 games. He's pitched 10 2/3 innings, 10 strikeouts, 5 walks, issued 11 hits. He took the loss in the June 2nd game. But the Renegades are here. That one is going to be a ball. So leadoff walk issued to Deal. As Deal will come in to lead off, as he's done much of this season, and he trots on down to first base. Now stepping in will be center fielder Tommy Reether. Tommy from Washington, Missouri, 5'10", 190-pound left-handed batter. First pitch to him downstairs, ball 1. Bats left, throws right, a sophomore at Missouri S&T. Got this game started about 5 minutes early, which is fine, however. It throws off my pregame just a little bit. Haig will get the sign. Reether shows bunt. He'll lay it down to the third base line. He's trying to leg it out, and throw is in the dirt. And they're going to say they got him out, and Deal is going to go down to third base. So heads up play by Deal.
Great base running by Caden Deal.
So Reether will get credit for a sac bunt. It goes as a 5-3. However, he moves Deal over to third base. And Grayson, if I had to sum up kind of what you missed, I'll get to that thought in just a second as David Dell steps in. Dell from Jefferson City. He's a 6 foot, 170-pounder, right-handed across the board, a freshman at Columbia College. But if I had to sum up really what you missed over these several games is the Renegades have found a way to get on base and advance over to second and or third base and get runners in scoring position. Dell will foul that one off. That's not something that we saw much in the first half of this season, but they've definitely been more aggressive. They have got thrown out a few times, but that's okay. I'm okay with that when they're trying to be aggressive.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you.
Dell will hit that one back up the mound, and we're going to have a double play. Not a double play. That'll be a throw out as Deal is thrown out at home as that pitch lined up the middle off the pitcher. Thought he caught it just for a second, was trying to do 2 things at once. First baseman Carter Mize steps in. Mize from St. Louis, Missouri, 6'2", 200-pounder, left-hander across the board junior at Missouri Baptist. His family has made the way here to Sedalia, his grandparents and some of his other family members. So 2 outs here as Dell will be standing on first base. First pitch to Mize, low, ball 1.
Yeah, what I was about to say is I do absolutely love hearing that they are being aggressive. I'd like to say they've kind of gotten that from the Joplin Outlaws, who we've seen be incredibly aggressive base running-wise against them. And I just, like you said, I would rather them get thrown out than them not try at all. I mean, that's better baseball. It's better. It looks better. It makes the team better. But I love to absolutely hear that.
I hate that there was that out at home plate and the run doesn't score, but I'll take that as much rather than, as you were saying, be aggressive. That one fouled off. That'll make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Really like to see them more aggressive early on, but it just took a little while for them to get there. So that is something that they have done well with here in the last week or so. 2 outs here as Mize has a 1-1 count. That pitch upstairs, they'll throw it down to first base. Back safely is Dell. Mize stepping in, hitting a .307 with the team leading 27 hits, including 6 doubles. He has 10 RBIs, 10 walks, 1 hit by pitch, 3 home runs. So we play top of the first inning. No score. Next offering, that one misses outside. So that takes it to 3 balls and 1 strike. Hamilton Anderson in the on-deck circle. Should mention, too, David Dell. Congrats to him. He got the Mink League Player of the Week last week.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Great for him.
Haig's 3-1 offering on its way to Mize. That one called strike 2.
Interesting that was called a strike. There was a pitch thrown to Deal. It kind of looked like a changeup, kind of the exact same place. That was called a ball. So we'll see how this ump's strike zone looks tonight. But
it's an important game here for the South Division as the Outlaws in second place, Bombers in third, swing and a miss. And that will be strike 3 and end the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the first inning, still scoreless, as you're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
As a former veteran, for 2 years I tried to get my disability and nothing worked. Then I called Wes Swanigan, and he got the results that I really needed.
I hear stories like this all the time where people are overwhelmed with the system. As a former Social Security attorney, I will help you get the benefits that you deserve.
Russ Swanigan lives and works in mid-Missouri, and he's here to help you.
The help you deserve for the benefits you've earned. The law offices of Russ Swanigan.
We go to the bottom of the first inning as the Renegades had a runner on third base but got thrown out at home. And as we were talking, Grayson, I hate that he got thrown out and couldn't score, but based on how the season has gone, I'm glad to see that they're being aggressive on the base path.
yeah, being more aggressive helps build more runs, which they have struggled with at parts of the season. But according to you, it sounds like they've been better at that as of late.
Well, we've seen them the last 2 games get early leads and just add to it, get some cushion onto it. As they played Friday at Joplin, beat Joplin 6-2. They got out early. Joplin was able to tie it up, but then they were able to get some insurance runs later on in the game. And then at Nevada on Saturday, they took the 8-3 lead again, scoring early and often, it seemed, in that ball game. As the Bombers will lead off with right fielder in Wyatt Towle. They'll have catcher Zach Dillman up second, and third will be third baseman Braden DeSonia. So Towle will step in. As on the mound for the Renegades will be Austin Brewer from Cypress, Texas. Right-handed thrower, 175 pounds, 6 foot tall. He's a freshman at Texas San Antonio, so he has hopefully got a hefty career ahead of him here for the Renegades, as that one's going to be fouled out of play. It's one thing about this team for the Renegades. They have a relatively young team, which means we could have players for several years to come, which is obviously what you like to do. He's pitched in 7 games, has a 2-0 record. That one inside, evens the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Has started just 1 game leading up into this. Has had 1 save. He's pitched 14 2/3 innings, 25 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 9 hits with an ERA of 1.84.
Sounds like he's been
Swing and a
fantastic.
miss. He has done quite well. Last time we saw him was pitching an inning and a third. That was on the June 28th game, last time we saw the Bombers. He got the credit on that for the win. That pitch misses upstairs, evens the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Towle will step back in, hitting leadoff. He's down in the average, hitting a 171 clip entering the game. Swing and a miss, and that will be strikeout number 1. That is a perfect way to start the ball game for the Renegades. Now stepping in will be catcher Zach Dillman. Dillman sitting 4th on the team right now, hitting a 353 clip, including 18 hits in 51 appearances, and 5 doubles, including 2 triples as well in those 18 hits. Let's have 8 ribbies. That one straight down central, called strike 1.
I got to say, this is kind of big praise I'm about to give to Austin Brewer, but he kind of reminds me of the best pitcher in baseball, and Jacob deGrom. I mean, his pitching warm-up almost looks exactly like him, and his fastball is lively, and I mean, that ball just explodes out of his hands, and that's how he struck out the first batter of the ball games on a high fastball. Batter just could not resist it. He's looked great tonight.
I wish we had the radar gun to tell you how fast this fastball is. That one on the inside part of the plate called Strike 2.
Then he's showing a curveball, too.
He's showing a little depth here at his pitching ability, which we know is there. Shows why his ERA is down low. That one a little upstairs. Even the count of 2 balls, 2 strikes.
ERA is down low just like Jacob deGrom as well.
That's one thing that leading up to the All-Star break here, give everybody a rest, but the pitching staff has done quite well these last several games. That one called strike 3. Got Dillman rung up looking, and it's back-to-back strikeouts for the first 2 batters that the Bombers have sent to the plate. Now stepping in, third baseman, Braden Desonia. Desonia hitting a .212 with 7 hits in 33 appearances. He's only played in about half the games for the Bombers. First pitch called strike 1 straight down central. Brewer has brought his A game tonight.
Yeah, his fastball. I'm going to talk about it all night. It looks fantastic so far.
The rest that he has had since the last time we played the Bombers has done well. He has come out. That one's going to be hit foul. Has got enough English on it. It goes foul down the third base line. Well, that thing traveled about 20 foot from where it went right to left before it went way down the third base line, but it hooked down foul, and gosh, that was about a 20-foot hook there. So it'll be no balls and 2 strikes with 2 out. Brewer looking for a 1-2-3 inning, that one downstairs. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brewer was sort of a late accusation. I mean, he was here before the season started, but a player that wasn't on the roster for much of the preseason leading up to things getting finalized for the team, and he has been a great acquisition for the Renegades. 2-2 pitch. That one just misses. Ball 3 will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So he said he is from Texas. He is having a good summer here with the Renegades in Missouri.
Bringing Texas heat.
Payoff pitch. That one hit a mile in the air, but that goes foul. What do you think the exit velocity on that was?
That thing was murdered.
I saw it about 2 seconds, and then it was gone.
I'd say 80, 90 miles per hour.
Payoff pitch once again. Walked him. So Desonia will be standing on first base. First baseman Braden McGinnis will step in. McGinnis hitting third on the team right now with a .353 clip. But he only has 6 hits and 17 at-bats. He's only played in 5 games, so he's doing well, however. He's only played in 5 games. Well, he's a right-handed batter, thrower to first base. Tag applied by Mize, but back safely was Desonia. We also saw there's been several pickoff plays we've seen in the last week, too, that have gone quite well for the Renegades. First pitch, that one skied a mile in the air. Mize will give chase over to the dugout, but that's going to get out of play, so that will put McGinnis down in the count at 0-1. Another throw over to first base. Brewer trying to keep Desonia on first base. He's got a good location there in that pickoff play as he puts it right in a good position. That pitch swung on and missed. Or strike 2. Notice where he throws that towards the inside of the bag there, so it's a super easy way for Mize to catch it and make the tag.
Yeah, especially as a left-hander that Mize is.
So 0-2 offering on its way. That one upstairs. I'll take it to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Anderson looked him back onto first base. Was looking Desonia down.
That was some great reflexes by Hamilton Anderson.
That came out of the crouch ready to throw. 1-2 offering on its way. That one called strike 3, and he's got 3 strikeouts. And that ends the inning, so no damage done on giving up that walk with 2 outs. So we'll go to the second inning. Still scoreless as you're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Attention class of 2021. It's time to think about your future. It's time for you to take action. It's time to apply to State Tech. But you better hurry because space is filling up fast. In fact, more than 85% of our seats will be filled by March. So don't delay and find out firsthand why State Tech is ranked the best college in the country for the second year in a row. And we are proud to be known as the employer's choice. Apply today at statetechmo.edu.
Set the bar high and just go for it. You are destined for greatness.
Is it my imagination? Or is everyone telling me I'm already the next big thing?
Find your perfect self and follow your dreams.
My dreams weren't going so well. For some reason, life was feeling dark and I couldn't snap out of it. All I needed was a little support and a few new ideas. YourLifeYourVoice.org helped me get my life back on track. I can take it from here.
We'll go to the top of the second inning with catcher Hamilton Anderson stepping in. He will lead off the inning. He's hitting a .313 clip, including those 4 home runs. That's team leading. Also 19 RBIs. Again, team leading. Has 9 walks as well. He's hitting second on the team with 25 hits. First pitch to him. They're going to say he went around, so he'll be down to the count at 0-1. It'll be catcher Hamilton Anderson, right fielder Andrew Patton, shortstop Joseph Keelholz. Those are hitters 5, 6, and 7. That one misses, ball 1. Then they'll have third baseman Seth DeNoyer, batting 8th, and batting 9th will be second baseman Ben Burton. I'll get players here in next inning. That's going to be a hot shot. The second baseman will dive, glove it, throw over to first base in time.
That was an outstanding play by the second baseman. Diving to his left. That was a weird hop that the ball took, but he stayed with it. That was crazy good.
Now stepping in will be right fielder Andrew Patton. Patton from Columbia, a 6'2", 200-pound right-hander across the board, a junior at Newman. First pitch to him is upstairs, ball 1. Patton hitting a .268 clip this season. That pitch misses outside, a little closer to the strike zone, but goes for ball 2. So it'll be 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out here as we play top of the second inning. Big cut and a miss there. And Patton goes down for strike 1 with that swing, and it takes it to 2 balls and 1 strike. Patton has 15 hits, played in 14 games. Another big cut and a miss there. That'll even the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Patton has 2 home runs this season as well. 2-2 pitch. That one downstairs in the dirt. So we'll go full. As Haig will have the payoff pitch here coming momentarily. Patton again. Right-handed batter. Payoff pitch. They called that one strike 3. Got Patton looking. Patton looked like he was getting ready to head down to first base. So shortstop Joseph Keelholz will step in. Keelholz. He is from Bonnets Mill, Missouri, 5'11", 195-pounder, left-handed batter, right-handed thrower, freshman at Northwest Missouri State. So first offering to him, swing and a miss. That one was just a little low. Got him to pull the trigger.
Haig's changeup is pretty much fooling the Renegades hitter so far.
Keelholz hitting a .276 entering the game today. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2.
Fooling him again. He did that to Hamilton Anderson in his first pitch of his at bat. Now he's fooling Keelholz so far and making him go down 0-2.
The 0-2 pitch will be forthcoming. That one upstairs. So we'll go 1 ball and 2 strikes. So he said this is an important game. As the Bombers sitting in 3rd place in the South Division, the Renegades sitting in 2nd. That one misses as well. Takes us to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Joplin Outlaws claiming top spot in the South Division with a record of 10-9. Just 1 game back are the Renegades at 11-12. Game and a half back are the Bombers at 10-12. And the Griffins are 3 full games back at 9-14. That one called strike 3, and back-to-back strikeouts will end the inning as 3 up and 3 down. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. After an inning and a half, we're still scoreless. We'll go to the bottom of the second. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the Lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
It costs so little to teach a child to love, and so much to teach him to hate. These simple but profound words from our founder are at the core of each parenting strategy you'll find at boystown.org/parenting.
Teach me respect.
Teach me patience.
Teach me love.
Visit boystown.org/magnet to receive a Teach Love magnet as a reminder that the change we want to see in our world begins at home. And Boys Town is there.
As it'll be hitters 5, 6, and 7 coming to plate. That first pitch called a strike to Zane Ragland, the left fielder. Ragland hitting a .229 this season. Lays down to the count, no balls, 1 strike. Next offering, swing and a miss for strike 2.
Big cut there. A high fastball high and inside, he could not resist.
Yeah, that looked like that was served up on a silver platter, or so he thought. So 2 pitch on its way. That one's going to be hit into center field. It'll be sent straight up the middle, and he will be on board with a leadoff single. Designated hitter Spencer Nevins steps in. Nevins is hitting .375. Just played in 6 games, but has 6 hits in 16 appearances, including 5 RBIs and 9 walks, 1 hit by pitch, 4 strikeouts. So far this season, he's only been with the team for a couple of weeks now. Nevins, a left-handed batter. Brewer looking, get the sign. Runner's going to go to second. He's going to put a bunt down. Brewer will field it, throw it to first base, and they will get the out there. That was kind of an awkward-looking hit and run.
Yeah, it was. Not a very good bunt at all. Just kind of poked it right back to Brewer. But it does get the job done.
Out number 1. So 1 out here in the inning. As Gideon Antle, the center fielder, he steps in. He's hitting a .213, right-handed batter. His first appearance. Runner on second base. First pitch, he'll foul that one off. So it'll put him down in the count at 0-1. I think they were trying to sort of maybe do what the Renegades did last inning, where they had that infield play and were able to advance the runner to third base on it as he took off on that bunt. So Brewer ahead in the count at no balls and 1 strike, 1 out, runner on second base. He'll check the runner, next pitch. That one's going to be hit on the button to Burton, and he's going to try to double up, and he does. And that will end the inning as caught it on the fly and got the runner at second base. That was Ragland in a double play and another imaginary 99.99 to Renegades care. We're both broke, so we don't have anything to give, but we can open it up. Any of our listeners want to give a donation to the team for that double play, they'd be more than happy. So we'll go to the third inning. And still tied 0-0. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Wow, big things going on in the world lately. With so much confusion, it's easy to feel lost and overwhelmed. We all want to believe in something, and the most important cause of all is your amazing self. YourLifeYourVoice.org has answers and advice for teens who feel left out and are starting to doubt themselves. You have so much to offer. YourLifeYourVoice.org can help you find it.
We'll go to the top of the third inning. Third baseman Seth DeNoyer will step in. He's from St. Charles, Missouri. First pitch to him called ball one. He's a 6 foot, 205-pound right-hander across the board, a junior at Indiana Kokomo. He's going to hit a high fly ball towards shallow center field. Second baseman will go back on it. He'll make the grab for out number one.
I completely lost that ball. I totally thought it was a foul ball until he started running.
Stepping in now will be second baseman Ben Burton. Burton from Wellsville, Missouri, 5'10", 175-pound right-hander across the board, a freshman at Lindenwood. His parents have made the trek down here to Sedalia to watch him. First pitch in the dirt, ball one.
Burton just ended the bottom of the second inning with a great double play. A line out straight right towards him. I mean, it couldn't have been any more accurate, and he just doubled up at second base with the force out. Runner was leading a little too far off second base.
That one called strike one. Yeah, unconventional double play, but we'll take it nonetheless. That strike evens the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. As I said, his parents have made the trip just down I-70 here to Sedalia. Burton's going to hit a bouncing ball to the second baseman. He'll glove for the 4-3 put out. That'll be out number 2. Now back to the top of the lineup. And Caden Deal. Deal took a walk, his first at bat. He's the DH for today. He's still hitting a .296 with 24 hits and 81 appearances. He does a really outstanding job as the leadoff hitter. The first pitch called ball one. Some other games around the Mink League. Clarinda hosting St. Joe, that's 0-0. And the Outlaws hosting Joplin. The Outlaws in Joplin hosting the Griffins. That in the bottom of the first, still scoreless. That second pitch was a ball. Next offering, that one's going to be a bouncing ball fielded by the shortstop. Throw over to first base in time to get out number 3. Well, in the inning, there were no runs, no hits, and no errors. And we'll go to the bottom of the third inning. You're listening to exclusive coverage Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel. Safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel.
Parents, catching kids being good is at the heart of every parenting strategy you'll find at boystown.org/parenting. We've got parenting guides, articles, videos, quick tips, and even live parent talks on Facebook with Boys Town experts. Visit boystown.org/praise to receive your 10 Ways to Praise magnet. It's a great reminder to catch them being good, and that great parenting advice is...
As Burton will get it, and it was slow enough that he could not get a glove on it, and it'll be an infield hit. That was not a real good-looking swing, but Stallman is able to just send it slowly towards second base, and he will be on with the leadoff single. So second baseman Kellen Williamson, he will step in. He's hitting a team leading .419. That's got to be close to high up in the Mink League itself. He's a left-handed batter. His first at bat has a runner on first base. That sun's starting to go down a little bit. He'll hit a chopper foul down the first base line.
This has been a really fast-paced game so far. We're only about, I'd say 30 minutes into this game already. We're already in the bottom of the third. A lot of quick outs from both pitchers. Not a lot of runners on base as the Bombers only have 2 hits and Renegades only have 1 walk.
That one called strike 2. This has pretty much been a pitcher's duel so far. So no balls and 2 strikes as we play here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. No hits for the Renegades, 2 hits for the Bombers. That one misses, ball 1. Apparently something is not right in the world with my daughter Alyssa. So 1-2 pitch, runner's going to go to second, throw down to second base, looks good. And they're going to say he's safe. Just couldn't get the tag on him. Stallman will be in there with a stolen base. Almost looked like he just kind of slid around the tag there. So Stallman will be at second base. Nobody out here. 2-2 pitch on its way. That one misses outside, takes his full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Long look in here for Brewer. His next offering, that one fouled out of play. So we'll stay full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Getting a little reprieve from the sun. It's catching the corner of the covering on the stands here. So get a little bit of break on as it is a hot one. It said 88 degrees, but it sure feels hotter than that. So payoff pitch from Brewer on its way. That one misses, walked him. So Williamson will be on first base with a walk. Stallman will be on second base. They're going to put a little shift on here. Wyatt Towle, the right fielder, he was a strikeout victim his first game off. They're putting the shift on as they're expecting him to maybe try to bunt it here. DeNoyer's ready. Mize crouching the infield grass. He is going to show bunt. He's going to bunt it over our heads and out of play. Strike 1. They were expecting him to bunt, and he did. So we'll be down to the count at 0-1. Again, DeNoyer will be creeping in a little bit. Mize coming in. They've got Ben Burton. Can't hardly tell here, but is he more than halfway over to first base? Sure looks like it.
Yeah, he's pretty close. There's a big gap between short and second. If
Keelhole's playing over towards second.
Ball hit there, and it's...
Runners are going to go. Throw down to third base. DeNoyer's got it, and he's going to be out. So double steal. However, they only get one to be successful, and another runner is gunned down by Anderson behind home plate.
He was dead the entire way. I mean, Anderson got him out by probably a mile.
Yeah, I don't think I'd try to take third against Anderson. Second, well, I'd get thrown out either way, but most people...
Most of us would.
Yeah, most of us would. So 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Next offering, that one upstairs. At least with second, you got a little more space he's got to throw down to get that. Third base, it's a whole lot closer. So that'll take 1 off the base path. 1 out here as we play in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Stallman got a leadoff single. Stole second, then was thrown out at third in a caught stealing. Williamson got a walk and took second base as that double steal. However, only 1 counted because they had a caught stealing and a successful steal at second. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Towle steps back in on the right-hand side of the plate. Brewer will check the runner at second. Swing and a miss. That evens a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Brewer needs to just keep throwing that pitch, that fastball. It's been going right past these Bombers hitters. There's only 1 base hit off a fastball, but he's kind of struggling with his curveball so far. A lot of them has been out of the zone, and it's what caused a couple of these walks. But if he can keep controlling that fastball and eventually work up that curveball, he's going to be pretty lethal tonight.
That one fouled straight back, so it'll still be a 2-ball, 2-strike count with 1 out here as we play in the bottom of the 3rd. Again, Brewer coming on, doing a great job so far here. One out. Brewer will check the runner at second base. That's Williamson. Now we'll have time called. In the on-deck circle, catcher Zach Dillman, he also struck out in his first at-bat, so he's 0 for 1 on the night. A pitch, that one's going to be fouled out of play. So we'll do the 2-2 pitch again. Tal 0 for 1 as he struck out to lead off the bottom half of the first inning. Just past 7:30 here at Day Field in Liberty Park in Sedalia, Missouri. Blake Gazaway here with you, joined by Grayson Smith. 2-2 pitch on its way. Momentarily, one out. Brewer looks in. There's the pitch, that one upstairs. The Brewer will take the count full here at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So payoff pitch will be forthcoming. And Brewer looks in, gets the sign. Now the pitch. That one's going to be chopped. Foul down the third base line. Third base coach had to do a little fast feed over there. So we'll still stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. One out here, runner on second base. That's Williamson. Payoff pitch. That one fouled out of play. So we'll do it again. This upcoming pitch, this will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Tal getting into the pitch count a little bit for Brewer here. Only 2 hits so far in this game for either team. That one fouled off. That one caught Hamilton on the inside of the groin. He's going to walk around just a little bit. Shake that one off. Head coach for the Renegades, Mike D'Amelia, steps out, but Hamilton sends him back and said, I'm okay. So he's going to crouch down again behind the plate as we're ready for the payoff pitch. This will be pitch number 10 here this at-bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on second base. Brewer's next offering. That one is hit a mile in the air. Burton's going to go to shallow center field to make the grab for out number 2. That was a 10-pitch at bat. So catcher Zach Dillman will step in. He is 0 for 1, has a strikeout, has 2 outs here and 1 on. Hamilton Anderson will go through some signs. They'll exchange baseballs as well. Brewer's going to tie his shoe. Does a nice job putting that double knot in place. So he looks in. He's got 2 outs here. Trying to get out of the inning after giving up a hit and a walk. They're going to throw down to second base, and they're not going to have a play, but almost caught Williamson napping down there at second. Hamilton Anderson's good at finding those opportunities to catch the base runners not paying attention, and almost had another one there. 1 ball, no strike the count. Brewer's next offering, that one upstairs a little inside. Back Dillman off the plate just a hair. We have time called as they're going to have a conversation on the mound. We said we're just after 7:30 here on the Show Me Sports Network. Blake Gazaway here with you, joined by Grayson Smith. We're bringing you coverage all season long. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Don't forget, if you haven't done so already, be sure and like our Facebook page. Just search Show Me Sports Network. Got all kinds of good things planned here after baseball season. Got a meeting this week with potential high school in the area to see if we can come to an agreement on carrying some high school football this fall. Everybody comes in from the infield here for this meeting. Like I said, though, if you haven't liked our Facebook page, just search Show Me Sports Network on Facebook. Like our page. We appreciate the support. We try to post various things about who the projected starters are and some of the other things with the team going on this week. Big week. All-Star game. Haven't seen the official announcement, but I know the Renegades are going to be well represented. 2-0 pitch, that one in the dirt. That takes it to 3 balls and no strikes. Have time called as they're going to intentionally walk Dillman to save a pitch. So Dillman will have a walk to his credit. He's still 0 for 1, but has a walk. Braden DeSonia will step in. He walked his first at bat. So runners on first and second. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 3rd inning. First offering from Brewer down central. Called strike 1. Clarinda still leading St. Joe 2-1. The Outlaws have an early lead on the Griffins at 1-0. That one's in the bottom of the 2nd inning. That at Joe Becker Stadium. That's where we'll be tomorrow. Brewer checks the runner at second. 0-1 offering. Swung on and missed. Ball was in the dirt. Hamilton keeping it in front of him. Sonia took a hack at that one. Probably shouldn't have.
No, he should not. That was very inside, very low. But Brewer would definitely take it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We're the ones watching.
0-2 pitch. That one fouled back. Just a hair off of his timing on that one. Dillman at first base with that walk. Williamson on second with a walk. And then stole second base in the double steal, but one was cut down and a caught stealing. 2 outs here. 0-2 pitch from Brewer on its way. That one upstairs. That takes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Brewer will toe the rubber once again. He'll look in, get the sign. 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be a hard hit ball, and it's going to bounce in front of left field. They're going to throw home and, well, not throw home as the run's going to count. As it'll be a Bombers 1-0 lead. As Dell kind of double clutch that ball, and it's going to be an RBI single for DeSonia.
DeSonia just put good wood on it and just slapped that ball in the left field. Dell kind of bobbled the ball a little bit so he couldn't get a good throw home. So now there's runners on second and third. Still a little bit of trouble for Brewer as he hopes to settle in quickly.
That one swung on and missed. Braden McGinnis, first baseman. He was a strikeout victim his first at bat. 0-1 count as Bombers lead 1-0 here as we play in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That pitch down central for called strike 2.
Now he's spotting his curveball pretty well. First 2 pitches to McGinnis. 2 pretty curveballs. See what he goes with next on the 0-2 pitch.
So 2 aboard at second and third. Brewer looks in. Long look in, but finally gets the sign. That pitch swung on and missed, and we are out of the inning. So they'll strand 2. However, they did get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. I'd say 1-0 Bombers lead. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
It doesn't matter how you say it, as long as you say it often. Praise your child at least 4 times for every time you correct them, and you'll be on your way to raising a confident, caring kid. 4-to-1 Praise is just one of the many parenting tools from the experts at Boys Town. Visit boystown.org/praise to receive your 10 Ways to Praise magnet. It's a great reminder to keep it positive and that helpful parenting advice is just a click away.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We go to the top of the fourth inning as the Renegades will send hitters 2, 3, and 4 to the plate. As that'll be center fielder Tommy Reether in the on-deck circle, left fielder David Dell. And at first base will be Carter Mize due up in the fourth spot. Those three can find a way to reach base. Then catcher Hamilton Anderson. I did mention earlier, didn't started about 5 minutes early, so didn't get to go through the lineups. As designated hitter Caden Deal led off, hitting first, batting second, center fielder Tommy Reether. He's the one to do up start this inning. Left fielder David Dell bats fourth, batting fifth will be first baseman Carter Mize. Catching tonight, batting fifth, Hamilton Anderson. Right field will be batting sixth. That's Andrew Patton. Batting seventh, shortstop Joseph Keelholz. Third base batting eighth will be Seth DeNoyer, and batting ninth, second baseman Ben Burton.
I think that's the lowest I've heard of Carter Mize batting so far this year. He's usually batted second, third, or fourth in the lineup.
Moved him down just a little bit, trying to shake some things up. David Dell, he's leading the team with his hit percentage right now, so he's kind of moved some players around. So Reether will step in. He had a sac bunt. It was a 5-3 putout. First pitch to him. Shows bunt, takes strike one. So he'll be down in the count of no balls and 1 strike. That pitch, that one also called strike 2.
That fooled Reether right there. He kind of froze on that one. That was a good curveball.
Yeah, he turned his hips like he was going to turn on it, but never did. No balls, 2 strikes to count. That one upstairs. Takes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Reether hitting a .233 coming into the ball game. Does have 9 walks, 1 hit by pitch. That one's going to be sliced foul.
There goes that sun.
Yep, now the sun has dropped. And it's got a little while before it's going to go behind the trees way off there in the distance. 1-2 offering. They're going to say he went around. Reether tried to hold the trigger. And
interesting to see first base umpire call on a check swing for a left-handed batter, but
home plate umpire asked for confirmation. So that's out number 1. Left fielder David Dell will step in. He into a fielder's choice, but did reach safely on first base on that. However, that cut down the runner, so that one called ball 1. Swung on and missed.
Really showing off his arsenal so far. He starts him off with a good curveball that was taken for ball 1. Then there was a high-velocity fastball just right by him. Then he goes back to a curveball again for ball 2.
Yeah, that one just missing. So it makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 offering. Dell's going to hit that one into foul territory. Coming over as the first baseman. And he's going to make the grab in foul territory for out number 2. I can't see. All I can see is the Renegades dugout, but judging by the claps from the home crowd, he did catch it. First baseman Carter Mize will step in. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Hamilton Anderson in the on-deck circle. Mize has a team-leading 27 hits. Anderson has 25. That pitch upstairs, ball 1. They've been chasing each other all season long for that team-leading hit total. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here. Next offering, that one inside. Put Mize ahead in the count at 2 balls and no strikes. Haig still on the mound for the Bombers. Two-0 pitch. That one in the dirt. So that'll make it 3-0. Mize has been walked 10 times this season. Haig's 3-0 offering on the way. That one called strike. Strike zone was maybe a little high there. I don't really know.
So I think the umpire just tried ringing him up on a 3-0 count.
I know. Hamilton Anderson also agreed with that. He's just got a chuckling over here walking around. That looked like that was well out of the zone. 3-1 pitch. That one called strike two. Mize again turns around like he's walking to first base. That strike zone's what, been about 4 feet from the top to the bottom?
It's kind of been all around so far tonight.
Kind of hard to play when it's that large. So Mize will take a moment, couple of practice cuts, step back in. So payoff pitch. That one well upstairs. Mize waiting to see if they're going to call it strike three. Thing was at his nose. So Hamilton Anderson will step in. He's 0 for 1, hit into a 4-3 put out. He's got a runner on first base. Hamilton has a team leading 4 home runs, 19 RBIs. He's been walked 9 times this season. Does have 25 hits, so 2 behind Mize, who's standing at first base. That one called strike one. So Anderson will be down to the count. And no balls and 1 strike. 2 out here. Haig will check the runner on first base. That's Mize. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's a nasty-looking pitch there. That got Anderson to pull the trigger. Officially no hits in the ball game yet as we play in the top of the 4th inning for the Renegades. Be a good time for Hammy to get one in the corner here. That one called, ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. 2 outs here, runner on first base. It's 3-10 down the third base line. Can't tell you what it is the right field. It's a ballpark, though. Hamilton Anderson knows well. That pitch outside. As Anderson, a freshman at State Fair Community College here in Sedalia. This is home of the Bombers, home of the Tigers, and home of the Roadrunners.
Home of everyone.
So 2-2 pitch on its way. That one's going to be a bouncing ball. It's going to get through, and that'll be the first hit of the night. The right fielder misplays it, and they're going to have second and third. They're going to send Mize home, and he's going to go in, and Hamilton's going to have a triple. And we'll have a tie ball game at 1 apiece.
What the heck happened there? That was a slow chopper to right field. That ball must have just gone really far past the right fielder if he misplayed it.
Hamilton Anderson now has 20 RBIs. I don't know how you rule that. I couldn't see what it was.
I'd say it'd be a hit than error.
That's what I think it is.
Probably ruled a base hit.
Yeah, he had a
triple.
Yeah, he had a single with a 2-base error. So Mize scores from first base. Patton just about took some chin music there as that pitch up and well inside.
I was pretty shocked to see Mize and Anderson both keep running past second and third base.
Yeah, we can't see anything about a fourth or a third. Big cut and a miss there. Strike one. About a fourth or a third of the right field line. We really can't see. We just see the dugout for the Renegades as I'm almost looking straight down the third base line here where we sit. That one dropped in there for called strike 2.
That's a good curveball. High curveball, but just got in the strike zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs here is Patton. Trying to stay alive here. Hamilton Anderson on third base. That one upstairs. Evens a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Patton will dig back in. He's a right-handed batter. Hamilton will take a lead at third base. 2-2 pitch on its way. That one misses. So that'll take us full 3 balls and 2 strikes. Haig still on the mound for the Bombers. We're tied up at 1 apiece. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 4, and that ends the inning. However, the Renegades were able to get 1 run and tie it up as we're tied at 1 apiece. We'll pause as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to exclusive coverage, Renegades Baseball, here on the Show Me Sports Network.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
As a former veteran, for 2 years I tried to get my disability and nothing worked. Then I called Wes Swanigan, and he got the results that I really needed.
I hear stories like this all the time where people are overwhelmed with the system. As a former Social Security attorney, I will help you get the benefits that you deserve.
Russ Swanigan lives and works in mid-Missouri, and he's here to help you.
The help you deserve for the benefits you've earned. The law offices of Russ Swanigan.
We'll go here to the bottom of the 4th as we're tied at 1 apiece. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for the Renegades. 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error for the Bombers. Bombers will send hitters 5, 6, and 7 to the plate. They'll start off with left fielder Zane Ragland, then designated hitter Spencer Nevins, and center fielder Gideon Antle. First pitch downstairs, low, ball 1. Brewer still on the mound. Joplin Outlaws still leading Nevada Griffins 1-0. Corinda A's still leading the Mustangs 2-1. A pitch outside bounces over everyone's head. So we'll take it to 2 balls and no strikes. Joplin Outlaws having that lead and having command of the South Division. That one swung on and missed. Got Ragland crossed up there. Joplin Outlaws sitting with a record at 10-9. They're top the South Division in the Mink League. We play them tomorrow night at Joplin. That one down. They're going to say, did he go around? They say he did not.
Mike D'Amelia getting his money's worth with the umpire.
He doesn't always say a lot, but I'll tell you, yeah.
I kind of have to agree with him, though. If he's going to call a check swing on a left-handed hitter from the first base side, it looked like he kind of went here on the right-handed side, but
3-1 pitch. Well, that one for sure he swung on and missed, so no question there. That'll take us full 3 balls and 2 strikes. As I said, the Renegades in second place, 1 full game back with a record of 11-12. Bombers, game and a half back. That one's going to be fouled out of play. They said with a record of 10-12, a game and a half back. And then Griffins, they are 3 games back in the South Division. They have a record of 9-14. So payoff pitch again from Brewer. Swung on and missed. I don't know what you call that. You ever reached for one outside, Ragland is a textbook case there. He was headed on down to first base. He reached so far out of that.
Yeah, he was totally fooled by that curveball.
Spencer Nevins, a designated hitter, steps in. He is 0 for 1, hit into a 1-3 put out, but that did move Ragland, who was on first base, moved him over to second base. Then he got doubled off of second base. That one fouled off. An unconventional double play. It was a fly out to second base, then second base unassisted, so Burton got a double play all by himself. No balls, 1 strike to count. Nevins digs back in, left-handed batter. That one upstairs. Evens the count at 1-1. Well, that sun just cannot get down fast enough behind that tree grouping over there, way off behind third base.
Yeah, it was nice earlier. Now it's not so nice.
That one misses just high. Ball 2. Said it was only 88 degrees. At least that's what the temperature was, but it definitely felt in the lower 90s. 2-1 offering. That one's going to be a high fly ball hit towards center field. Reether going back at the warning track. He'll make the two-handed grab for out number 2. 375 feet there on either side of the scoreboard. So I'm going to say the scoreboard's 370, and that went, we'll say about 365. Center fielder Gideon Antle steps in. He is 0 for 1. He lined out on the button to Burton at second base. Got his teammate doubled off there too. First pitch, he's going to hit it to Denoyer. He'll glove it on 2 hops, throw over to first base. And it'll be a 1-2-3 inning as that goes as a 5-3 putout. And that will end the inning. We'll go to the top of the 5th inning as we're tied at 1 apiece. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Attention class of 2021. It's time to think about your future. It's time for you to take action. It's time to apply to State Tech. But you better hurry because space is filling up fast. In fact, more than 85% of our seats will be filled by March. So don't delay and find out firsthand why State Tech is ranked the best college in the country for the 2nd year in a row. And we are proud to be known as the employer's choice. Apply today at statetechmo.edu.
I want to get back to kissing the cheeks of my grandbabies, making Sunday dinner with a house full of family and lots of laughs.
COVID-19 has changed how we live and how we feel. But now, there are vaccines. And they are the very first step that let us get back to what we miss most. It's okay to have questions.
Is it safe?
Should I wait? Now, get the facts. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision when vaccines are available to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Can't pick out what she's saying. You'll have to tell me that later. I got music blaring, the bumper playing. I don't have the best hearing in the world anyways as Dizzy Bat race underway. They got to go down to first base.
They're really disoriented. Oh, boy.
Oh, else had a spill there. And it'll be number 4 wins the race, followed by 1 and the little guy also wearing number 1. So it is a good hand for them as Dizzy Bat race, always a lot of fun.
Always a lot of pain.
Not fun for probably either of us, but it's fun to watch. So we're tied at 1 apiece. 1 run on 1 hit and no errors for the Renegades. 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error for the Bombers. As this game is important here for standings in the South Division. As if the Renegades could win today, that would put them a half game back in the South Division. Half game to the Joplin Outlaws. Joplin Outlaws do lead Nevada 1-0 right now. The top of the 4th inning. So if Joplin lost, it would actually put the Renegades in the top spot. Both teams having a half game difference there.
See if the Griffins can pull it off against Joplin tonight.
Leading off will be hitter 7, 8, 9. That's shortstop Joseph Keelholz. He's 0 for 1. Left-handed batter here. He's going to hit the first pitch. Bouncing ball to the second baseman. Glove over to first base for out number 1.
We'll see if the Griffins can pull it off. They're so far last place in the South Division.
Yeah, if it would be a half-game drop for the Outlaws and a half-game closer for the Renegades, which would put them even at the top spot, which that's who we play tomorrow night at Joplin, are the Outlaws. So potentially, if they could win today and tomorrow, that'd be a 4-game win streak for the Renegades, and that would put them in top spot in the South Division. Seth Denoyer steps in. First pitch to him misses outside, ball 1. He is 0 for 1. Pumped out behind second base to the second baseman.
Not sure if I'll make it to Joplin, but you got to let me know how many bases they steal tomorrow. They are
definitely will do.
Base running crazy.
Pitch outside, takes it to 2-0. You know how you cure that is you just don't let them get on base, which is much of what the Renegades did the other night. they didn't allow a lot of base runners. I mean, there was only, if I remember right, there was only one hit through at least halfway through the game.
Wow.
So that's how you don't let them steal bases. Don't let them get on that one upstairs. So it'll be 3 balls, no strikes. As Haig's still on the mound, Ben Haig for the Bombers.
Yeah, it's definitely the simple way. Just don't let anyone on base and get stuff done.
A pitch called strike 1. 1 out here as we play in the top of the 5th inning. Ben Burton, second baseman in the on-deck circle. If he could get on, we'll go to the top of the lineup with designated hitter Caden Deal. 3-1 pitch, that one well outside. Denoyer gets a walk.
Quite the bat flip.
He had a couple of RBIs the other night in Joplin. So he's going to trot on down to first base, sheds the gloves, and the protector for his left lower leg. Second baseman Ben Burton steps in. He's hit into a 4-3 put out. Last time he was up, he's hitting a 217 entering the game tonight. 1 out, 1 runner on. First pitch to Burton, that one outside, ball 1. Caden Deal will be in the on-deck circle. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Haig looks in, next offering. That one called strike 1. Denoyer took a healthy lead. Started like he was going to go to second, but did not. We're just past 8 o'clock here at Day Field in Liberty Park Stadium. In Sedalia, Blake Gazaway here with you, joined by Grayson Smith. 1-1 offering, that one upstairs. Takes it to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Here on the 5th of July. Hope everyone had a great 4th of July yesterday.
We watched the fireworks spectacular put on by the City of Columbia. It was a great show. Had great seats. That one down low, and they're going to say Burton went around on it. So that'll make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Then we went home and watched the fireworks in our neighborhood. So our neighborhood also put on their own 4th of July. We didn't know it, but there were fireworks everywhere last night. So
yeah, that was kind of the same for me. I watched fireworks downtown Jeff City by the Capitol.
2-2 pitch. That one's going to be lined into right field, and it's going to get down, and we're going to have runners on first and second base with 1 out. Couldn't tell if that was going to drop or if it was going to be caught, and it does fall. So Burton has got his first hit of the night. He'll be standing on first base. You see a big smile on his mom and dad's face. They made it out here to Sedalia. As Caden Deal, the designated hitter, he steps in. He's 0 for 1 with a walk.
Well,
he's got 1 on and 2 out.
Sorry to interrupt.
It's okay.
Before Burton kindly interrupted me with that base hit. Watch fireworks downtown. Watch fireworks family toss. It was great 4th of July. And Renegades had a good off day. And so far they're playing pretty well here tonight.
A pitch outside, ball 1. 2 on, 1 out here. Deal can put 1 in play. Be a chance to score Denoyer. That one upstairs, they're going to throw down. Denoyer will be back safely. High throw. Shortstop was covering the bag, and he had to, that's Stallman, he had to go on a ladder to go get that.
Interesting to see both catchers try and pick off at second base. You don't see that very often. You usually see it at first or third, but...
Well, Denoyer trying to get a decent lead over there and kind of takes off a little bit with that pitch. He's not the fastest on the team, but he's not the slowest on the team either. Tommy Reether will be in the on-deck circle playing center field tonight. He's 0 for 2. Does have that sack bunt. So conversation is over on the mound. Yeah, we debated if we were going to go over to Jeff City and watch the fireworks or stay in Columbia. We live over in Columbia, so we decided to stay there and went out to eat, had some good food, and had some good fireworks. So 2-0 count now for Deal. Next offering, that one outside upstairs.
Yeah, I got to say.
3-0.
I got to say, fireworks were good downtown, but I think my neighbors put on a pretty bigger and better show than I saw last night.
I know my neighbors did. Best of all, it didn't cost me a dime.
Exactly.
So 3-0 pitch on its way. That one called strike 1. Kind of figured that was coming. Shirley Haig wouldn't walk. The base is loaded here with Tommy Reether in the on-deck circle.
We would love to see that, but we'll see.
3-1 count. That one walked him. So he must be listening. He must have an AirPod in over there listening to us as Haig does just that. So we'll have the bases loaded. Tommy Reether at bat. Denoyer at third base now. Burton at second. Deal on first. Bases loaded for Reether. First pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one. You have one out here. David Dell, left fielder in the on-deck circle. This is really an opportunity that the Renegades need to capitalize on.
Yeah, last thing you want to see is a ground ball right now.
That one called strike two. Reether will be down in the count at 0-2.
Reether has a pretty good two-strike approach. He kind of widens his stance a little bit. He has chokes up on the bat. We'll see if he can do damage
0-2
here.
pitch going to be a bouncing ball, and it's going to get through, and that's going to score one. And there's going to be a play at the plate. No play, actually, and Burton will scamper around, so it's a two-run RBI single for Reether, as you said. Choked up on that bat. That really looked like the shortstop and second baseman both thought the other was going to get that.
Yeah, there
Neither
looked like
did.
communication. It looked like it was almost the second baseman's ball, but it just kind of scooted right past him, said, "Excuse me, I'll just go to center field."
I can't tell whose responsibility that was either, as I said, just looking down the third base line, but both look like, no, you had it, that's yours. So 2 runs have been scored, and the Renegades lead 3-1. David Dell at bat. He's going to hit a hard hit ball towards center field. It's going to be caught. Everybody's going to go back to their bases for out number 2. So now first baseman Carter Mize, he took a walk his last at bat, also struck out, so he's 0 for 1, has a team leading 27 hits. Would like to see him make it 28. Has 10 RBIs. Would like to make it RBI 11 and or 12. Hamilton Anderson will be in the on-deck circle. Runner's going to go to third. They're going to have the throw down way offline. And it's going to be a double stolen base, and that's going to score a run as that ball gets into left field. So a nice job of Deal to steal third base and go home on the throwing error. So Deal will be waved home. Reether will be standing at second base.
Couldn't quite see, but it looked like the catcher just spiked that ball into third base.
Yeah, I think that's what he did. Just air melded into left field,
Yeah,
so
went
that'll
right past
score
him.
another run. 1 ball, no strike count. Reether showing like he's going to go. That one fouled off. Well, didn't see, did Reether take off before the pitch? Was it a double steal there? I don't think it was. I think he reached on the air.
I think if it was a double steal, he could have possibly made it to third base, but he was only able to make it to second base. But second's better than no base.
We'll put him down as a steal rather than reaching second on an error. That one also fouled off.
Mize is aiming for my mom's car.
So it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. That lead lengthened to 3 now as the Renegades lead 4-1. Mize will dig back in from the left-hand side of the plate. Haig will check the runner at second. That's Reether. Nobody holding him on. That pitch again going to be fouled off. 3 straight pitches fouled off over the third base dugout. See if Mize can line this out.
It looks like he's just a little bit late on these pitches, and he just keeps fouling them off. If he can get on time, he's going to send it a long way. He's putting a good swing on these.
See him line this out, get hit number 28. Reether again has a decent lead at second. Nobody holding him on. And that one's going to be fouled off again down the third base line. That one's a little closer to being in play.
If you could put that down the left field line. Outfield's kind of shifted for him.
Yeah, they're
as he's
shifted.
left-handed batter.
Right, they're shifted towards their left. All 3 of them are.
If he pokes at the left field, he can probably get a double out of that, to be honest.
Yeah.
The way they're shifted.
Reether again on second base, 2 outs here. Haig looks back second time at the runner. That pitch again fouled off. So Mize staying alive here with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hamilton Anderson in the on-deck circle. He had that RBI single that turned into him standing at third base after the right fielder committed a plethora of errors. 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be a slow roller to the shortstop. He'll glove it. throw over to first base and get the out. And that will be out number 3 in a 6-3 put out. But he was the 7th batter of the inning as the Renegades, I thought they were calling me for a second.
I thought they did too.
I was like, I don't know what I won, but thanks. So that will give 3 runs, though, in the lead back to the Renegades as they lead 4-1. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Meet Norm. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker, new from Be Normal. This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no normal.
As the COVID-19 vaccines become available, you may be asking yourself, should I get it? Will it help me get back to doing the things I love, like meeting friends or traveling? And can I do it without putting my family at risk? You've got questions, that's normal. So visit getvaccineanswers.org for the latest information on the COVID-19 vaccines. Getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. It's up to you. A message brought to you by the Ad Council and the CDC.
Well, new pitcher on the mound for the Renegades, as it'll be Xander Lovin. So 4 innings, really I would say 4 solid innings of work for Austin Brewer. Did give up only 3 hits, gave up 1 error, but solid work for him tonight as Xander Lovin on the mound, 6-foot, 185-pounder from Columbia, Missouri, right-handed thrower. Sophomore at Northwest Missouri State. He's pitched in 6 games, has 2 starts, a record of 0-1, 3.37 ERA. He has 8 strikeouts, 7 walks, has 11 hits, and it's pitched in just over 10 innings. So pretty solid for him on the mound this season for the Renegades. So they'll lead off with hitters 8, 9, and 1. That's Brandon Stallman. Left-handed batter, first pitch from Levin, misses ball 1. So Levin, hold the glove up over his mouth. He'll get the sign. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one's going to be hit to Burton. 1 bounce to him. He'll glove, throw over to first. And the 4-3 put out. No need for him to get a big hurry there. Just take his time, field it cleanly. Throw for out number 1.
Most of the balls hit to him, just went right to him. Barely had to move for that ground ball.
Now batting will be second baseman Kellen Williamson. He had a walk, a stolen base, and then was hit around the base path with a double. That's the only run for the Bombers as the Renegades lead 4-1. First pitch in there for called strike 1. Boy, that thing had some great movement as it just drops in there. Strike 1. Next pitch from Levin. That one misses outside. Evens the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Williams hitting a .419 on the season. That one misses as well. That'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. Levin's next offering. That one in there for called strike 2. He was a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out here as we play in the bottom of the 5th inning. That pitch is going to be hit to Mize. He'll field it unassisted to 1 for the out. He is 3 unassisted. That'll go in the scorebook. It'll be out number 2. So now back to the top of the lineup. Right fielder Wyatt Towle will come to bat.
Two Cannot speak. 2 quick outs so far for Lovin. He's showing off his great fastball I've talked about before. Loving that fastball. Back to that pun.
Next pitch, that one hits the top part of the strike zone for called strike 1. The Griffins have topped the Outlaws here in the bottom of the 4th inning. They lead 3-1, so they could help us out. That one misses, ball 1.
The unlikely hero.
We need the Griffins to win and the Renegades to win, and that would put a tie for first place in the South Division between the Outlaws and the Renegades. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Then that'll put for a South Division matchup tomorrow night as we'll be in Joplin. That one's going to be hit to Keelholz, and he will grab it for out number 3. And the minimum face there is 3 up and 3 down. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning as the Renegades lead 4-1. We'll go to the top of the inning. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just going to drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh, man. The selfies. Selfies. Nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on, man. Let's split a ride home.
After I came home from Iraq, I could still hear the booms. Makes it hard to be a good mom.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Naomi Mathis, Air Force veteran.
DAV helps veterans get the benefits they've earned.
Thanks to DAV, I was able to begin to heal.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory is being able to be here for my children.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
A new pitcher into the ball game for the Bombers as Nick King makes his Bombers debut. Again, Point Streak has no hometown, no weight, no height. Just said he throws right-handed. No college, no nothing. Well, it said he's making his debut, so I'm guessing that number is wrong. Because that shows Nick King has pitched in 1 game, so he couldn't be making his debut if he's already pitched in a game.
Confusing.
Not a genius, but I can figure that out, so I'll have to wait till Point Streak updates here. Leading off will be hitters 5, 6, and 7. Catcher Hamilton Anderson. He will lead off for the Renegades.
Wow.
First pitch was awfully slow.
It's a funky delivery if I've ever seen it.
Nope, this is another pitcher. I'll get that in a minute. That one in called strike 1, so evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So my suspicions were correct. That one misses. Hamilton will be ahead in the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. This is Bowers on the mound. That one also misses. So if I can grab his line here, that'll be 3 balls and 1 strike. Next offering, that one's going to be rocketed foul. So that'll take it full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. See him on there, do you?
I do not.
Full payoff pitch is in the dirt, and Hamilton just turns around and starts walking to first base.
That thing was nowhere near the plate. It's good.
So Hamilton will reach first base with the leadoff walk. All I can tell you is this is in period Bowers. Don't know what his first name is, but
he throws right-handed. We can tell you that.
And he has a Bombers jersey on. Used to belong to a teammate. That's about the best I can give you right now. Still says he has a 9.0 ERA in 1 innings pitched, but that is incorrect. So Andrew Patton, right fielder, his first pitch will be fouled off. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
That sun is finally behind the trees. We can see again.
So runner on first base, that's Hamilton Anderson. In the on-deck circle, shortstop Joseph Keelholz. Patton's next pitch, that one's going to get by the catcher, and Anderson's going to go to second base. So he will have second on a wild pitch. So Patton will be even with 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, I think it's dropped about 5 or 6 degrees now that sun's went down.
Yeah, it does feel much cooler. A lot more shade.
Renegades lead 4-1. Hamilton Anderson at second base with a walk and a wild pitch. That one called strike 2. So that'll put Patton down in the count and 1 ball and 2 strikes. As we play here, top of the 6th inning. Bauer's next offering that hit Patton on the left elbow. Does not have a protector on that elbow.
Luckily, it's just a curveball that got away from him.
Patton looked like he was shocked by that. So now we'll have 1 runner on first base and 1 runner on second base. Keelholz, the shortstop, will step in. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and popped out in a 4-3, and Bauer's night's already done.
Wow.
So he faced 2 batters, and his night's over. Well, what do you say about that?
Not sure. 2 batters, both on base, didn't get an out. Very interesting.
I know there's been a lot of short leashes with pitchers, but I don't know what you call that one. So we should have a left-hander pitching here. Trying to see who that is, what number that is. See if it's going to be a mystery player as well. 35. Well, no 35 in the book, so. Oh, maybe there is. So they list 35 as Bennett Thatcher, but he's a catcher. Now, I know that's not him because unless he catches and bats right-handed, but he throws as a pitcher left-handed, that's not him. I mean, I could say we've seen worse, crazier things, but.
Maybe he's an ambidextrous pitcher. He does have a left-handed hitter on base, or on deck.
Well, hey, maybe he is. So not sure who this is pitching, but he's wearing 35. He's probably not Bennett Thatcher. He has some white pants on with a blue stripe, a thin blue stripe. He does have long hair poking out of that Bomber's cap. Has the white plate on the front of the cap with the Bombers logo and the navy blue all the way around. Will be his Bombers debut. Jacob Decanes?
Something like that. Took off my headset so I can hear.
Jacob Decanes, I think that's Jacob's on the mound. Jacob D. So 2 on, nobody out here as Keelholz. He'll show bunt and got that one foul, so he'll be down to the count at 0-1. Bombers did bring in about 6 new pitchers from Columbia College, help bolster their team. So he is one of them. Back-to-back pitchers now making their Bombers debut. So catcher in Dillman puts the defensive alignment in play that he wants. First and third baseman's playing in. 2 on, nobody out here. 0-1 count. Keelholz will show bunt. He'll take that one in the dirt. Good eye by him to see that was bouncing across home plate.
So far in this inning, Bombers pitchers can not throw strikes at the moment.
Keelholz even at the count at 1-1. Next offering, he'll show bunt. take it back for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike to count as we're nearing 8:30 here on the Show Me Sports Network. Flies have come out here. 2-1 offering. Keelholz a show bunt. Take it back again as that one misses outside. So it's 3-1. Seth DeNoyer in the on-deck circle. He took a walk his last time up. He might be at bat with bases loaded here. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Keelholz in the left-handed batter's box. Next offering, he'll show bunt. He'll take it back as he'll be headed down to first base with a walk.
And here is Taco.
So Seth DeNoyer, third baseman, he steps in. He is 0 for 1 with a pop out to the second baseman. Does have that walk as well. So he will dig in, has bases loaded now. Nobody out here as we play in the top of the 6th inning. This ball game could get busted open right here. DeNoyer fouls that one straight back. You heard it hit the backstop. That's 2 but 12s up to about waist high, and then it's fence from there. So no balls, 1 strike to count. DeNoyer asked time. Now he steps in, says he's ready. Next offering on its way. Nobody out here. Bases loaded. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Really like DeNoyer to get a hit here. Get some RBIs to his credit.
Even a sac fly would do. Just get some more insurance runs.
You know what? Let's just see him hit it out of the park. That'd be even better, I think.
Yeah. Really changes the stance here with 2 strikes.
0-2 pitch on its way. That one downstairs. Tells Hamilton Anderson to stay at third base as it didn't get away from the catcher.
I think he has more significant 2-strike approach than Tommy Reether does. He almost completely changes his stance. He goes from kind of relaxed up high to legs spread apart and kind of crouched down.
1-2 offering. He's going to hit a shot. It's going to go into left field, and that's going to score 2. Well, they put the brakes on Patton as throw was cut off. And DeNoyer gets an RBI single as he sent that into shallow left field.
Well, we've seen the 2-strike approach work twice so far. Reether did it earlier, and now Seth DeNoyer.
Ben Burton will step in. He had a single his last at bat, and he's got the bases still loaded as well. Patton will be on third base. Keelholz on second. DeNoyer on first. Caden Deal in the on-deck circle. First offering to Burton. That one downstairs got away. Patton does not go. It didn't go too far. Burton looking for back-to-back hits. So he had a single in the right field his last at bat. He did end up coming all the way around to score one of those runs, as it's now a 5-1 lead for the Renegades. That one called strike 1. 5 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Renegades. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Bombers. 1-1 offering on its way. That's going to be a chopper hit to the third baseman. They're going to throw home as Patton will slide in, but tags home plate. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Burton. But it still has the bases loaded. Caden Deal will step on, bases loaded. Left-handed batter. That one gets by, and that's going to be a run as Keelholz will scamper on home with the wild pitch, and everybody will move forward to base. Keelholz scores on a wild pitch. Now a 6-1 ball game.
Wait for that scoreboard to update.
The runners on second and third. One out here is Deal. Has the next offering. He's going to foul that one.
He wanted to crush that pitch.
Off the catcher, the home plate umpire. Just couldn't quite catch up with it, so Deal will step out. think that one through just a little bit. Tommy Reether in the on-deck circle. That one's going to be hit off his foot, that right leg, so he'll be down to the count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'm going to holler up there and tell him to add another run to the scoreboard.
There they go.
Well, I just had to threaten them that we were going to holler up there, I guess. So 6-1 ball game now in favor of the Renegades. 2 on, 1 out here. 1-2 pitch, forthcoming. Deal at bat. That one downstairs. Evens a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes.
6 runs on only 4 hits. Renegades have had a lot of walks tonight. They've worked a lot of counts.
2-2 pitch. On its way. Neal's going to hit a bouncing ball, be taken by the first baseman. Nobody there to cover the bag, and he's going to be tagged out, but Denoyer will score. I thought he was going to beat that.
I thought he was too. He just slid at the last second. Foot to first base.
That will score a run, though. Nobody covering first base, and Tommy Reether will step in from the left-hand side of the plate. He's got 2 RBIs. To his credit, had a 2 RBI single last at bat. It is 7-1 now. And pitch in there for called strike 1. That one misses for ball 1. Give credit. A sack hit there. I don't know what they're going to give it on the official score book, but that's how I'm going to put it down in mind. 1-1 pitch. That one also low and outside. We've seen that happen a couple times to the Renegades where Chopper's been hit to first base and nobody covers the bag. Nice to see it on the other team. 2-1 pitch. That one's fouled off to the parking lot. So that'll take it to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Don't hear any car alarms going off, so it might have missed everything over there behind the third base dugout. 1 on, 2 out here. 2-2 pitch on its way. That one misses high, just barely.
I was going to say, that was a good pitch.
So that'll take it full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3 runs have been scored in the inning. Tommy Reether trying to add to it. He's going to hit a high fly ball. That's going to be maybe tracked down by the center fielder. He'll have to get on his horse, and he does. I don't know if he had a delayed read on it or just couldn't play it very well, but that will be out number 3. However, Renegades were able to score 3 more runs. They now lead by a score of 7-1. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
America's veterans have always stepped up and made great sacrifices. But with the COVID-19 crisis, many veterans are struggling to make ends meet or get the care they need. DAV has helped ill and injured veterans for 100 years, but today the need is greater than ever. You can help. Go to DAV.org to help provide critical support to veterans in need or to learn more about DAV's free programs and services supporting veterans.
A new pitcher in the ball game as Colton Holscher steps in. He's from Jefferson City. He's a southpaw. He's 6'2", 165-pounder sophomore. He's pitched in 6 games, has a 2.70 ERA, 1 save, 6 2/3 innings with 9 strikeouts, 6 walks, and given up 7 hits. First batter he will face. First pitch swung on and missed. As they'll send hitters 2, 3, and 4 to the plate. That's Zach Dillman, the catcher, leads off. He's down to the count at 0-1. 7 runs on 4 hits. That one called strike 2. No errors for the Renegades. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Bombers. Dillman down in the count. He's going to hit that one out of play. I'll do it again. Ooh, that one
had him fooled.
Swung on and missed, and he needs to go back and recalibrate after that. Third baseman Braden DeSonia steps in. He's had a walk and an RBI double. He's had a decent night so far. First pitch to him. This is for ball 1. One out here, next offering. That one's going to be chopped over the first base dugout. Final leaving the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. One out here as we play in the bottom of the 6th inning. A pitch outside. It'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. That one's going to be fouled out of play. So it'll take us to 2-2. One out here as we play in the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-1 Renegades ball game. That one upstairs. It takes us full. At 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Next offering, that one's fouled off. So we'll do the payoff pitch again. Sonia had a walk, but has a 1-for-1 game with that walk. So get an RBI double. That's the only run the Bombers have. He's going to smoke one into left field.
Same exact spot as this last hit.
Yeah, he's dialed in right there. So he's going to get on base with a 1-out single. So first baseman Brady McGinnis, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He has 1 of each kind. Great if he could hit into another double play. Bombers have hit into 1 so far tonight. Runner's going to go to second, and that one's going to be blooped into center field as the hit and run was on, and they'll have runners at the corners.
I totally thought that was going to be a little pop fly to short. Just fooled me.
So back-to-back hits have been issued here after the strikeout of the first batter. So runners on the corners, 1 out here as left fielder Zane Ragland will step in. He hit into center field and also had a strikeout. So runners on the corners, 1 out here. Ulcher's given up 2 hits so far in this inning. Runners on the corners. Swing and a miss for strike 1. It'll be no balls and 1 strike. Renegades still lead 7-1. Next offering on its way, swing and a miss for strike 2. Got Ragland fooled there. So 0-2 count. 1 out here. Runners on the corners. That one's going to be fouled back. He reached out and tried to poke that one in play. So it'll still be no balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here as we play in the bottom of the 6th inning. A pitch downstairs and inside. That takes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Holscher on the mound in relief. He's a southpaw. Left-hander looks in, gets the sign, checks the runner on first. That one way high. That takes us to a count of 2-2. So he'll look in again, take a deep breath. He'll get the sign. He'll come set. And swung on and missed. That's strikeout number 2.
I've seen a lot of those out there reaching swings tonight from the Bombers.
Yeah,
They're just fooled by the breaking balls.
I don't know if Ragland could have got that even if he threw the bat at it. Designated hitter Spencer Nevins steps in. He's 0 for 2 with a 1-3 out and a fly out to center field. First offering from Holscher. It's going to be a bouncing ball. Burton will take it. He'll toss over to second base to get the out, and that will be a 4-6 put out and ends the inning. So 2 hits were issued, but no damage done, and the Renegades still lead by a score of 7-1. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage, Renegades Baseball, here on the Show Me Sports Network.
COVID-19 has changed how we live and how we feel. But now there are vaccines, and they are the first step that lets us get back to the things we miss most, like spreading the word without spreading concern, girls tripping instead of solo sipping, and talking smack with the side of mac and cheese. It's okay to have questions about COVID-19 vaccines. Now, get the facts. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision when COVID-19 vaccines are available to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
This is my husband, Alex Hussey. Alex was about 2 weeks away from coming home.
And I stopped on the bomb. Lost my legs and my left hand in an explosion.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there. With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small. DAV helps veterans and their families get the benefits they've earned.
Look at that smile! You did it!
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
The top, let me turn my page here, bottom of, oh, I was right. Got confused what inning we're in. I was trying to watch the future Bombers race here. It's an uncontested first place race, but second and third place.
It's a one-man race.
Yeah. Second and third's a little closer.
Not anymore.
Well, he dropped his helmet.
He's rounding third.
3 youngsters have to.
He's headed home.
Put on an oversized pair of pants. Put on an oversized jersey.
2 slides in.
One has the jersey on backwards. So you get to run around the base path and slide into home.
Now his pants are stuck.
So we'll go to the top of the 7th inning. Looks like new pitcher in the ball game for the Bombers. Is that 24? Yep, 24. We'll see who this pitcher is. He's a right-hander. That's all for sure we can tell you right at the moment. Well, this is Zane, maybe Zane Dover. He has the right number. He's a right-handed thrower, so that helps. I don't know if that's actually who it is out there. So far, he's thrown 2 of his 5 pitches towards the backstop. So it should be hitters 3, 4, and 5 coming to the plate. Well, we might have a substitution here. That would be David Dell in left field, but I see Brady Voss is in the on-deck circle, so he might be checking into the ball game. Lots of uncertainty here at the ballpark. Sedalia, we brought in, before the ball game, they brought in about 6 pitchers from Columbia College to help out their team. He's getting a long time on the mound here to warm up. 7 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Renegades. 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Bombers. So that will be the case as Brady Voss has checked in now.
Did I miss any hit by pitches while I was gone?
I don't think so.
Not a happy but sad thing. Happy because he's not hurt, and sad because less space runners.
So Brady Voss will step in. He's a right-handed batter. First pitch to him, he's going to hit it a mile high out of play. He'll be down on the count at 0-1. Voss from Lake St. Louis, Missouri, 6 foot, 175-pounder, right-hander across the board, a sophomore at Missouri S&T. So Zane Dover is on the mound. We'll get his line in a minute. That pitch upstairs evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So David Dell will have his night come to a close in left field. Brady Voss is going to hit it, and it's going to go into the left field corner, and that was a good substitution. He'll be on his way to second base with a leadoff double as he rips that down the third base line into left field, and he has got a leadoff double. He has started to have a bat that's coming alive. First baseman Carter Mize will step in. 1 on, nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. Zane Dover, right-handed thrower. Again, no information on him, so he's from nowhere, has no height, no weight. Doesn't play college anywhere apparently either, but he's pitched in 4 games, has a record of 0-0, 9.64 ERA. He's given up 2 strikeouts, 9 hits, and 8 walks. First offering, outside ball 1 to Mize.
He has an arm. That's what really counts.
Mize will dig back in. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Nobody out here. Voss on first base. That one in the dirt. Takes it to 2 balls and no strikes. Nevada still leading the Outlaws at Joplin, top of the 7th inning. That's a 3-1 score. That one's going to be hit a mile high. Right fielder going over on it. Did he catch it or drop it?
I think he caught it.
Well, he must have caught it.
The look of...
Both teams were clapping.
Look at Anderson. He looked shocked at that. Everyone looks kind of confused.
I don't know where it was. It was just right field. We can't see anything over there, so. But that will move Voss over to third base. Catcher Hamilton Anderson will step in here with 1 out. Voss on third base. A pitch downstairs, ball 1. I was saying the Griffins leading the Outlaws at Joplin 3-1. Clarinda hosting the Mustangs. The A's are leading 8-3. That one misses, ball 2.
Weren't they down earlier in the game? They just came back and scored a lot of runs.
Yeah, they were. I think it was 3-1. That one downstairs, ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes. Voss standing on third base. 1 out. As Dover looks in, takes a deep breath. 1 out here, 3-0 offering. That one misses. So Hamilton Anderson will draw his first walk of the night as he'll shed the gloves in the lower leg protector, and he'll jog on down to first base. Right fielder Andrew Patton, he was hit by pitch his last at bat. He will step in, has an 0-for-2 night with 2 strikeouts. Runners on the corner, 1 out here. He's trying to add to this 7-1 ball game. That pitch way outside. So far, 5 pitches. Last 5 pitches have all been balls. Dover will check on Hamilton Anderson at first base. 1-0 offering. That one bounces the home plate. Takes it to 2 balls and no strikes. We're going to check to see if the pitcher's ready in the bullpen for the Bombers. Apparently not yet. So 2 balls, no strikes to count as Patton digs back in on the right-hand side of the plate. 1 out, 2 on. That one hit him, so now he's Mr. HBP. He's been hit the last 2 at-bats he has, so now we have Mr. HBP on third base. That's the original. We have the professor on second base with Hamilton Anderson. And we have Mr. HBP 2.0 with Andrew Patton on first base.
We got senior and junior at third and first.
So we'll have a pitching change here. As we'll see who that is. 39. So we'll see if we're any better at finding information on this pitcher. Tyler Abney, right-handed thrower. That might be who that is. Well, that is Tyler Abney. I believe he's a Sedalia native, or from this area, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I heard him say he goes to State Fair, which is
right here in
by
Sedalia.
Here.
Yep, just on the other side of town. So that's why I think he's from here, at least from this area. So Tyler Abney on the mound for the Bombers. He's pitched in 6 games, has a record of 0-2. Took that 8-7 loss, pitched 2 innings in that when on June 2nd, the first game of our season, but didn't have anything in the decision on that. He had 13 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts, 4 walks. He's given up 15 hits. ERA 6.23. Again, not really who I'd probably want on the mound here with bases loaded and 1 out. Especially with that ERA. It's liable to go up here. So shortstop Joseph Keelholz. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. In the on-deck circle, Seth DeNoyer. He had an RBI single his last at-bat. If either one of them can get on, second baseman Ben Burton, he's had back-to-back singles.
I got to say, I think this is exactly the person I want as a Renegades fan.
So Keelholz is going to foul that one down the first base line. Brady Voss had started things off with a leadoff double that he ripped down the third base line, got into the corner there, and he was standing on second base easily. He's now over at third base. Keelholz is going to hit that one off the end of the bat, and it's going to go foul. I don't know what that was, but a run's going to be scored. That hit him by any chance? He fouled that off, but he's awarded first base. So a run scores. As Voss will.
Or it could have been catcher's interference, too.
Yeah,
there's something
went. DeNoyer is going to take a ball up and in. So he'll be hitting the count at 1 ball, no strikes. It's now 8-1. Have to check to see what the ruling is on point streak. Still bases loaded.
I really hope that wasn't called a fair ball.
It wasn't. That one also misses. The other thing hit about 3 feet over the foul line. Hamilton Anderson at third base. 2-0 pitch. That one misses. Makes it 3-0. Andrew Patton on second. Joseph Keelholz on first base. That one walks DeNoyer, so another run will score. As DeNoyer will be issued a 4-pitch walk. And Hamilton Anderson will come on in to score. And it's now a 9-1 ball game. Ben Burton in the on-deck circle. First pitch to him, misses.
Offense just pouring it on tonight. Leading by 8 runs with only 5 hits.
All right, that one upstairs, ball 2. So according to Point Streak, he was hit by pitch. So he hit by pitch and then lined it foul. So that's how all this started. Our confusion started.
I thought if you swung at a pitch and you got hit by it, it's still a strike. Unless I'm completely wrong on that.
That's a good question. So 2-1 offering. Back-to-back balls called strikes. So it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. My scorebook's all screwed up now. That one in the dirt. Patton will not come home. So 2 runs plated in the frame as it's a 9-1 ball game so far. 1 out here. Again, bases loaded. Payoff pitch is going to be a chopper, and it's going to go foul down the third base line. So Burton will jog back to home plate and do it again. Bases juiced. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Abney on the mound. Had to double check that, though, to see how they were going to rule that because I couldn't tell if he got hit by pitch. Either way, he was awarded first base. Payoff pitch on its way. Burton's going to hit that one a mile high into center field. And the center fielder misplays it, and it'll score 1, and the bases will still be loaded. The center fielder wasn't even close to that. Well, he was about 8 or 10 foot away from that. That's going to go as an RBI single.
You got to wonder how frustrated Tyler Abney is now.
So Patton will score.
Should have been the second out of the inning.
So Keelholz will move over to third base. As Caden Deal will step in, bases loaded. Fouls that one off. Keelholz at third, Denoyer at second, Burton at first, as this is batter number 8 here in the inning. 0-1 pitch. That one hit a mile high. We'll see. First baseman's going to come over. Looks like he's got territory, and he'll make the grab for out number 2. So Deal will be retired. That's just second out. Bases loaded. Tommy Reether steps in as he is the 9th batter of the frame. Renegades lead 10-1. First pitch to Tommy, swing and a miss for strike 1. Reether was trying to clear the bases there with a hit. Bases loaded, 0-1 pitch, and he's going to do that as he'll send it into center field, and it's going to score 1 as he will have a stand-up RBI single, and the hits keep on raining. And finally, we get a chance to screw up the scorebook, I should say, as this will be the 10th batter coming to frame as we started things off with Brady Voss, who was a substitution. He had a double to lead off the game, so he will come right back in. As he's got to put his batting gloves on, he wasn't ready to come out. So
I don't think anyone was ready after that dropped what should have been second out.
First pitch called strike 1.
I shouldn't say dropped. It was, yeah. If you drop something, you got to touch it, and he wasn't even close to the ball. Still not sure what happened over there.
Voss is going to hit that one a mile high. Left fielder coming over. He's going to settle under it and make the grab. That will be out number 3. And that will end the inning. However, that's a 10-run lead now for the Renegades as they lead 11-1. So potentially, if we can hold the Bombers to no runs here, our game could go final with the 10-run rule. We'd all have an early night. We're going to pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
As a former veteran, for 2 years I tried to get my disability and nothing worked. Then I called Wes Swanigan, and he got the results that I really needed.
I hear stories like this all the time where people are overwhelmed with the system. As a former Social Security attorney, I will help you get the benefits that you deserve.
Russ Swanigan lives and works in mid-Missouri, and he's here to help you.
The help you deserve for the benefits you've earned. The law offices of Russ Swanigan.
We go to the bottom of the 7th inning just to show you some of the struggles of the pitching of the Bombers. Those 4 runs were scored on 3 hits and 10 batters. Holscher still on the mound. First pitch as they'll send hitters 7, 8, and 9 to the plate. That'll be center fielder Gideon Antle. Will lead off. That one swung on and missed. That evens the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, he got crossed up there and off balance and
let out a little scream.
Wonder he didn't end up in the left-handed batter's box. Holscher's 1-1 delivery. Swung on and missed, crossed him up again.
Renegades have all of these Bombers players crossed up and out of sorts.
4 runs scored in the top of the 7th inning for the Renegades. 1-2 pitch. That'll be a chopper hit to Denoyer, and it's going to go off of his glove. Took a nasty hop, and Antle will be standing on first base with the leadoff single. Shortstop, Brandon Stallman will step in. Stallman had a single to right field, then had a 4-3 put out. 1 on, nobody out here as we play in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. As I said, those 4 runs scored with just 3 hits in the last inning for the Renegades. They plated 10 batters, came to bat. Next offering from Holscher, that one upstairs. Takes us to a 2-0 count. Now, top of the 8th inning, it's tied 3-3. Joplin Outlaws and Nevada Griffins are hosting. Outlaws hosting the Griffins at Joe Becker Stadium. It was a 3-1 ball game, but Outlaws have come back, tied it up. Throw over to first base, no tag applied. Clarinda A's are leading the Mustangs of St. Joe 9-3. And of course, our 11-1 ball game here at Sedalia. Holscher checks the runner at first. 2-0 offering on its way. That one called strike 1.
See if the Renegades can get a quick double play here and hopefully wrap this game up soon. It should be, if they, like Blake said earlier, well, maybe not.
High fly ball hit towards center field. Reether tracks it down. That thing again sent him on the past the warning track. He was on the warning track, but he was clear up against the wall, and that's long out number 1. Getting Antle has to retreat back to first base. Second baseman Kellen Williams steps in. He is 0 for 1. Hit into an out, 3 unassisted at first base. Well, we might have a substitution here.
I think he was last second. He was kind of sprinted in the batter's box.
See who number 9 is. I show Williams is wearing 4. First pitch down low, ball 1. I honestly probably haven't checked his jersey all night. But I don't hear the PA announcer having announced it either, so I'm wondering if it's not a substitution. One-0 offering. That's another high fly ball. Moss is going to go back and make it in left field for out number 2.
I think we're 1 out away from end of the ball game. I was trying to say it earlier before I got interrupted. I think if it's by 10 runs, let the home team bat one more time, but should be the end of the game.
So now batting, top of the lineup will be right fielder Wyatt Towle. So 2 outs here. 11-1 ball game, runner on first base. Holscher will deliver, throw down to second base.
From his knees. Wow.
That one safe. Anderson tried to gun out Antol, but he got there faster than the ball did. Towel down on the count and no balls and 1 strike. Just after 9 o'clock here. Holscher's 0-1 offering, swung on and missed again. Got him to get off balance and swing at one well outside the zone.
They have been doing that all night.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Runner on second base. He's going to take off for third. That ball's going to be hit right towards me.
Right towards you.
I was the only one that didn't flinch on that. I was actually pondering if Antol was going to go to third base with 2 strikes and 2 outs. I assumed he would, and he did, so I assume he'll do the same here. 0-2 pitch on his way, and another sliced high fly ball to right field. Coming in on it is Patton. He'll make the grab for out number 3.
And there it is.
And that will be the ball game as the Renegades win. Boy, this PA announcer sure is excited.
That's the most disappointed I've heard.
If there was ever disappointment in a voice, it is the PA announcer right here.
He was all excited all game, and here we are after an 11-1 win by the Renegades.
So the Renegades get a win as they win 11-1 in a game shortened because of the inning rule. As that makes it 3 in a row for the Renegades as they're starting to roll. They have good-looking pitchers, good-looking batters, and good-looking fielders. They're starting to peak when they need to. Still 3-3 in the top of the 8th inning at Joplin. See how that game ends up, but that's a game if Nevada can pull out the upset there, that would actually help out the Renegades and put them in a tie with Joplin for the top spot. Let's see if it's updated yet. Our game not showing final yet, so with the win, it should close the gap between first and second place as the Outlaws sit at first place with 10-9 record. Renegades sit in second place at what would be a record of 12-12 now with this win. That'll put them a half game back from Joplin. If Joplin were to lose, Joplin wins, they'll go back to a full game lead. If Joplin loses, then it would be a tie for first place. So we'll have to wait and see, wait for this to go final. Yep, so it is a half game lead as Joplin falls to 10-9 on the season. Renegades, even their record at 500, they're a half game back from the Joplin Outlaws. Sedalia Bombers, they're now 2 full games back with a record of 10-13 in the South Division. And the Nevada Griffins are 3 full games back, sit with a record of 9-14. However, if they win, that would put them two full games back. Joplin would fall a half game, which would put them at a tie, as I said, with the Renegades. So we'll see how that game plays out. Hopefully the Griffins can get out of their slump and maybe help the Renegades out. See a couple of youngsters out there. One of those is my daughter. One of them head coach for the Renegades, his daughter. So they're out there having fun on the ballpark celebrating 3rd victory in a row for the Renegades as they win by a final of 11-1. Well, what were your thoughts on the game tonight?
I mean, it was just fantastic all around. You said it earlier, good pitching, good fielding, good batting. I mean, the fact is they scored a lot of runs, and it didn't even take a lot of hits. They only had around 7-8 hits tonight.
Yeah, they only had 7 hits, 11 runs on 7 hits.
It was good to see they worked a lot of counts, and they were able to work a lot of walks, which is what you like to see. It's seeing taking bad pitches and swinging at good ones. And pitching was spectacular tonight also, as they only allowed 1 run, and that was in, I think, around the 2nd inning. But, I mean, it was just a fantastic win all around. And like you said, it was a win they needed to win, and they did just that.
So tomorrow we'll be on the road again as we'll travel to Joplin and take on the Outlaws. We just saw them on Friday, and that was a 6-2 victory for the Renegades. So they're looking to try to make it 4 in a row. And most importantly, that would put them in first place in the South Division. So that's going to pretty much do it for our broadcast tonight. Grayson, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
No, unfortunately I probably won't make it to the Joplin game, but I can't wait to see them back when I'm available. And I just hope they can keep going where they're going. They've won 3 straight, like you said, and I just like to see the momentum building and see them win more.
Well, that is going to do it for our broadcast tonight as the Renegades are able to end the game early and close it in the 7th inning, after the 7th inning, with the 10-run rule. So they run-ruled the Bombers, and that moves them to 500 on the season at 12-12. Most importantly, they're fighting for the top spot in the Mink League South Division. For Grayson Smith, I'm Blake Gasaway for the Show Me Sports Network. Until I talk to you tomorrow night from Joplin, as we'll have pregame about 6:45, first pitch set for 7 o'clock. Until we come to you at Joe Becker Stadium tomorrow night, so long, and have a great evening. And even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The preceding was an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and was a high-fidelity all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.